As discussed in our previous video, carrying out market research is a preliminary step that every real estate investor must take before jumping into the market. And today, I'll be talking about comparative market analysis. Comparative market analysis is an analysis of current market values of properties comparable to a property you are looking to buy or to sell. And a comparative market analysis typically includes a description of each property, including the elevation, the floor plan, the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, the location, the size, the style, the materials used, the price and the condition of the home against similar homes sold within the last 6 months to arrive at an estimated price. A CMA, that is a comparative market analysis, it allows sellers to establish a fair asking price, and it also allows buyers see if the seller is asking a reasonable price for the home they are willing to buy. And by knowing the housing market prices, you'll be able to you always have the opportunity to negotiate a lower price and avoid overpaying the market value of a property. Now, there are major reasons why you need market analysis, and which is to have information that allows you to invest and buy safely. And other reasons for you to get a market analysis is for you to know if you should invest in one area or state instead of the other. It's also for you to identify which elements hinder investments in certain places, and also for you to know demographic aspects to determine the evolution of the area where you want to invest, and for you to have information about investment projects in certain areas, and to know if in the nearest future there will be a development that would increase the value of that property. There are basic steps for creating an accurate CMA, that is a comparative market analysis. And number one on my list is evaluate the neighborhood. To set the right listing price or ensure a home you're interested in is a good deal, the CMA should consider the neighborhood's general quality. For example, it should consider the most attractive blocks and address community amenities, the nuisances, proximity to basic infrastructures, and all other things, just to mention but a few. And secondly, gather details about the property. You need to find 3 to 5 comparable homes in the area that have sold recently, as close to the home you want as possible. Ideally, the comparable homes will be within a 1 mile of the property and in the same region. Then focus on similar houses in terms of the size of the house, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, and the type of construction. Pay close attention to when the comparable property was sold. The more recent, the better, because real estate prices can fluctuate rapidly over a short period of time. So the comparable homes should have the same placement if the house or if the home you're looking to buy has a unique location, such as overlooking a golf course or the waterfront. The next thing is for you to adjust for differences. What do I mean by this? You adjust for differences between the home and each comparable property. An experienced real estate agent or a broker can assign a price to each of the differences and adjust the price of each comparable accordingly. It may seem counterintuitive, but if the comparable has an inferior feature, a positive adjustment is made to the price of the comparable and vice versa. For example, if a comparable has extra bedroom, that is a superior feature now, it is reasonable to assume that the buyer paid more to get the extra bedroom. In this case, you would deduct an amount from the comparable to account for the extra bedroom, thereby allowing an apples-to-apples comparison. Therefore, the price of the target home is never adjusted. And number 5 is to determine the price per square meter after adjustments. After you've adjusted for differences, divide the adjusted price of each comparable by its size to determine the sold price per square meter. And the next is for you to add the sold price per square meter of all the comparables and divide by the number of all the comparables to get the average. And finally, you multiply this average by the square meter of the property to estimate its price. And now you might think all this I've been saying since it's similar to an appraiser. There is a big difference between a comparative market analysis and an appraiser. A comparative market analysis is completed by a real estate agent, the seller or the buyer using comparable homes to estimate a price. And this estimated price can be used for negotiating a sales price, while an appraiser requires a licensed and certified estate surveyor. The appraiser compares homes similar in size, layout, and location. Then they evaluate housing market conditions and generate a report with the home's market value. The appraisal value is used by lenders to establish the amount a buyer is approved for. And the key difference between a comparative market analysis and an appraiser is that a comparative market analysis establishes a home's price, whereas an appraisal establishes its value. Price is what you pay for something, while value is what it is worth. A comparative market analysis can reveal a property's fair price range. However, it is not considered by lenders or real estate experts to be as good or accurate a method as an appraiser by a licensed and certified appraiser. And the biggest difference between a CMA and an appraisal is that a market analysis can be done by agents, brokers, buyers, or sellers, while an appraisal can only be done by a licensed and state-certified appraiser. And in general, the best comparative market analysis are the ones that are the most similar to the whole, the more recently sold, with the fewest adjustments required. Depending on the market, the final price might need to be tweaked slightly. For example, if the market is hot or inventory is low, the price might be slightly higher. Conversely, if there are many similar homes on the market, the price might have to come down to be. And I hope you've learned a thing or two. I hope this has been enlightening and educating. To get more information on our services, could reach out to us on our social media platforms or visit our website. My name is Joy. Happy Yuletide. Bye.